Hamilton into the first chicane once again. It's wheel to wheel. Hamilton of
and
Hamilton has crashed.
He's on top. Welcome back to the Daily Mikal Show. Now, I cannot lie, y'all have been recommending this so badly. Like, every time I do an F1 reaction, y'all recommend 2021 rivalry versus Lewis and Hamilton. Lewis versus Max. 2021 Lewis versus Max. 2021 Lewis versus Max. So, guess what? I did dig and I tried to find the best video. It's probably the one I could find closest that wasn't actually highlights, because when they F1 posted them themselves, they will block it. If you watch the live stream, they did cut us off and we tried to do the best radio calls of the decade. We will do it, but I gotta find a way around it. Don't worry, I will. It's me. But if you're new, like, comment, subscribe. I do a bunch of F1 reactions on this channel. It's a bunch already. If you want some more, recommend it down below, or anything down below. Recommend anything. Please, anything. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Please, I'm on my knees. No, I'm not. But, like I was saying at the beginning, today we got the most brutal rivalry in F1 history. They're saying it's the most brutal? Brutal? Y'all been recommending a lot, so this better be crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm counting on y'all. I'm counting on y'all. We're on the road to 5,000, so like I said, like, comment, subscribe, let's get into it.
From Verstappen in the final race, to the relentless rivalry turned sour between Max and Lewis. Find out what led Verstappen to dethrone Mercedes' dominance in one of the most neck-and-neck F1 seasons of the last decade. This is the story of the 2021 Formula 1 season.
They kept talking about it, let's get it.
We didn't see it then, but a cutthroat, violent rivalry was being woven. A story that had been writing itself from the moment Max Verstappen burst onto the scene with Toro Rosso in 2015. The youngest ever man to debut on the F1 grid had shown even more frequent glimpses of his brilliance, hurtling towards an inevitable collision course with the legendary Lewis Hamilton. The Brit, a towering figure in the sport.
We gotta watch a documentary on Lewis. If y'all got any good ones, recommend it down below. Also for Max, because they be saying Lewis really the GOAT, so we gotta watch.
Stood as a giant over 12.5 years older than Verstappen. He held all the major achievement records in Formula 1. Most poles, most wins, and a share in most titles alongside the legendary Michael Schumacher. Max Verstappen had long been hailed as the potential challenger to Lewis Hamilton's era of dominance, yet he'd never quite possessed the tools needed for the task. Despite combining his remarkable speed with improved consistency in recent years, his highest championship finish prior to 2021 had been third. With few changes to the cars from Mercedes' complete domination in 2020, it seemed like even matching that achievement might prove difficult. However, the pre-season testing sessions provided an unexpected twist. Red Bull had evidently made significant progress, while Mercedes, by their lofty standards, appeared to be struggling. In 2021, Red Bull had now delivered a title-challenging car. Now, Max was a potential usurper. The prodigy turned challenger. The stage was set for a thrilling spectacle that commenced without delay. The opening act unfolded in Bahrain, where Verstappen and Hamilton occupied the front row and embarked on a race-long battle of wits and strategy. It culminated in controversy as the Dutchman managed to overtake the Mercedes, albeit off the track and through an illegal maneuver.
He did kind of go, yeah, that's illegal. I thought that was illegal. I thought they docked points for that.
Was forced to give back the position, unable to capitalize on his car's advantage. Round 1 went to Hamilton. The drama continued with wheel-to-wheel clashes in Imola, Portugal, and Spain. The recurring theme saw Verstappen as the aggressor, initially seizing the lead in each of these encounters. However, he would only clinch victory in the first of these races, settling for second place behind Hamilton in the other two. Barcelona, in particular, witnessed Hamilton absolutely dominate his Dutch pursuer on the way to a commanding victory. It would be in France, however, that Max would step on the gas pedal and take the championship by the throat, winning in extremely decisive fashion at Paul Ricard after executing a late overtake on Hamilton.
Yes, they have. Max Verstappen goes past Lewis Hamilton.
Yo, that was so smart. Why did Lewis take that route, though? Why would Lewis take that?
Executing a late overtake.
Why did he give him so much space to come up? Why would he give him that space?
Max Verstappen goes past Lewis Hamilton.
It suggested that he was now the favourite for the title, after having won 4 out of the 5 races following since Lewis's win in Barcelona. The points tally now stood: Hamilton's 150 to Verstappen's 182. But the next round would throw a twist in the tale. It was here, on the hallowed grounds of Silverstone, that the rivalry truly slowly caught fire. Lewis Hamilton would start the sprint race from pole, but would end up being unable to keep it by the end, with Max Verstappen's Red Bull flying past him with incredible precision to win the race. In the main race, it would be the home hero giving chase. Verstappen retained his lead, closely shadowed by Hamilton and Charles Leclerc. An exhilarating battle ensued between Verstappen and Hamilton on the opening lap. Many times this season had Lewis taken avoiding action with Max's aggression. This time, Lewis refused to back down, and as the two took a fast right into
Lewis was on that tight timing too,
flying into the barriers with a force of 51 Gs. The world stood still for a few moments. The incident triggered a red flag, pausing the race to repair the tyre barrier. At the restart, Leclerc, who had sneaked into P1 after the collision, managed to maintain his lead, as Hamilton incurred a 10-second time penalty for his role in the collision. As the laps unfolded, Hamilton, realizing that he could make up big points on Verstappen, truly put his foot down. It was hammer time. His pursuit culminated in a strategic maneuver to overtake Valtteri Bottas, obviously following team orders.
Oh my god, yo, you know how hard it is.
Hurt the cars into turn 15 this lap.
With a dozen laps remaining, Hamilton's focus locked onto the Ferrari of Charles Leclerc, despite Leclerc's steadfast
That's my team! Yeah, if y'all didn't know, in the F1 reaction, I will put in the information box. I became a Ferrari fan.
Hamilton's determination and favourable tyre conditions allowed him to make the crucial move on lap 50. The British driver seized victory, albeit amidst a cloud of controversy, and secured a cherished home win. The drama, though, persisted beyond the checkered flag, as Max Verstappen criticised Hamilton's exuberant post-race celebrations whilst he was hospitalised, calling...
Oh, he said something about it. Yeah, I'm okay. Very disappointed with being taken out like this. The penalty given does not help us and does not do justice to the dangerous move Lewis made on the track. Watching the celebrations while still in the hospital, disrespectful and unsportsmanlike behavior, bro, we move on. Kind of classy way to answer it, but still being like, bro, if you didn't do that shit, I was gonna win.
Them disrespectful and unsportsmanlike.
What do you mean with disrespectful when one guy is in the hospital and the other one is waving the flag around like nothing has happened while you push the guy into the wall?
And at this point,
I see both sides, but Max, like, he did win. What you want him to not celebrate? He won.
Questions in my mind. Why did Lewis attempt that? Could Max have left more room? Why haven't you subscribed yet? Truly perplexing. From that pivotal moment onward, the complexion of the championship battle underwent a seismic shift. Lewis Hamilton managed to secure a much-needed 25-point swing in his favour in the standings. In the following round at Hungary, Valtteri Bottas decided he would take the whole grid and the resulting pile-up ended up causing heavy damage to Max Verstappen's floor, all while Lewis raced into the lead. And yet, during the red flag, Max's engineers were somehow able to unbelievably salvage the floor, allowing Max to take part in the race, albeit with severely
hole in this car.
And yet, during the red flag, Max's engineers were somehow able to unbelievably salvage the floor, allowing Max to take part in the race, albeit with severely compromised performance. A blunder from Lewis meant he was the only driver on the grid following the formation lap, while everyone else pitted for slick tyres. The resulting pit lane chaos sent Ocon into the lead, and on his way to his first race victory, while Lewis and Max would only be able to secure P2 and P9. Next came Spa. This track was hit by relentless rain on race day, and it's not like the qualifying day had been any better. Just ask Lando.
You can race in this type of shit? That looks crazy. I wouldn't even want to race in that.
This rain on race day, and it's not like the qualifying day had been any better.
Headlights
just ask Lando, leading to a red-flagged Belgian Grand Prix after just 2 laps behind the safety car, with Nikita Mazepin setting the fastest lap of the race at one point. With no competitive racing, qualifying results determine the outcome. Verstappen, starting from pole, claimed half points with 12.5, while Hamilton's third place finish earned him 7.5 points. This cut Hamilton's championship lead to a slim 3 points. In the Netherlands, though, the Dutch turned up to party, and Max delivered the beat to their dance, dominating all corners on his way to an almost terrifying victory. He was untouchable. In front of the Orange Army, the Dutch Lion had roared into life.
Oh my God, look at that, that's crazy.
Right now, a child is being diagnosed with cancer.
Look how the European support
would be
sports,
at
bro.
Monza, with Max being unable to make ground on Daniel Ricciardo's McLaren in front once the rain commenced, while Hamilton found himself way down the order. As fate would have it, a sluggish pit stop for Verstappen later in the race set them on a collision course at the first chicane on lap 26. These two were
touching each
other all season, and the horrifying Silverstone crash was still very much in the fresh minds of the audience, the teams, and more importantly, the drivers.
Just already stop about this because we had so many questions about this.
As the two went into the first chicane, their refusal to back down would result in something truly horrifying.
What?
Hamilton into the first chicane once again. It's wheel to wheel. Hamilton.
Ah!
And Hamilton have crashed.
He's on top.
Both title contenders were out.
Wow.
Both title contenders felt the other was to blame, with Lewis even
Who's part of this?
refusal
All
to
right,
back
look.
down.
We're gonna do it unbiased. I think I like both. Probably the same amount, 'cause I really don't know both. So I can do it. It's really unbiased. We're gonna look
Questions
from the
about
get.
this.
We're gonna
As the
blame
two
who we're
went
gonna
into
blame.
the first chicane,
I see Lewis doing a regular turn.
their refusal to back down would result in something truly horrifying.
Hamilton into the first chicane once again. It's wheel to wheel. Hamilton.
I think that's more Max's fault. I really think that's more Max's fault. Lewis is dead ass on the track and he's taking a corner. What is he supposed to move over and let you get the space? Max is fighting so hard to stay in because I think you lose points when you get out of the line. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I think I'm right though. So he's trying to fight back in and it fucks him up. So you cannot blame Lewis for this. What is he supposed to do?
Verstappen and Hamilton have
Move?
crashed.
So you can get in front of him and be fighting for the
Both title
championship?
contenders
Like,
were
what?
out. Both title contenders
my
felt
point
the
of
other
view.
was
What do
to
y'all
blame,
think?
with Lewis even questioning why Max didn't check on him after the crash. Hamilton finally clinched an opportunistic 100th Grand Prix victory at the Russian Grand Prix in late September after Lando Norris took his car for a boat ride when in the lead, regaining the championship lead. While Verstappen put on a spectacular drive that secured second place despite starting from the back of the grid due to an engine penalty. In Turkey, Hamilton got a new engine, incurring a 10th place grid penalty. Despite a valiant recovery effort, he could only manage 5th place, with Verstappen putting on an incredible drive,
What did he get first?
but eventually being denied the win by one of Valtteri Bottas' best drives of the season. Just when it appeared that Mercedes might be mounting a comeback, Verstappen countered with consecutive victories in the United States and Mexico. His win in Mexico
When does the United
was
States have theirs this year? I want to go. I know the tickets be high as hell though.
imperious, and it seemed to set him on an obvious path to the title. The points tally now said Hamilton 293.5 to Verstappen's 312.5. Verstappen's prospect seemed to solidify when Hamilton's car failed a routine post-session test, resulting in his relegation to the back of the grid for the sprint race on Saturday. However, the disqualification ignited a fire within Hamilton. Despite the very obvious setback of being P20, Lewis weaved through the field during the 24-lap
Well, he
sprint,
moved.
making up 15 places.
Damn!
It was by far the best drive of the season. His laser focus meant that not only he was making moves at an incredible pace, his decision-making that day was on a level that even the most seasoned Hamilton fans hadn't seen in a while. Lewis's day was further brightened when Valtteri outjumped Max Verstappen to take victory in the sprint.
That's big
yet
for
again
Lewis.
minimizing the points Max would have taken. And for those of you that know, you know every single point mattered as these two went into the final round of the season. His performance in the sprint was majestic, but it was on Sunday that Hamilton truly dazzled. Lewis was absolutely flying after having been demoted yet again to P10.
Wow!
On the 5th lap, he had carved his path from 10th to 4th, aided by a strategic assist from Bottas. His pursuit of the Red Bulls was
Yo,
relentless.
Lewis is on his shit, bro. Lewis was not trying to lose this, man. Lewis was coming back. They was putting Lewis all the way in the back. He said, fuck this. I'm going to keep finishing up here. Every time.
Lewis would eventually go on to win the race, with Max following up in
Oh.
P2. The champion was fighting back for his title. Prodigious challenger knew the game was well and truly on now. Hamilton sustained his momentum with a commanding triumph in Qatar, bringing the championship battle to the penultimate round in Saudi Arabia. A win there would allow him to level the points with Verstappen, and unbelievably, that's precisely what unfolded. However, the manner in which they arrived at this juncture bordered on the surreal. In a riveting two-way battle for supremacy, Verstappen twice skipped turn 2 while attempting to defend his position. Twice he was instructed to cede the position back to Hamilton.
Max, so let's give the position back to Hamilton.
Eventually, Hamilton emerged victorious, albeit after yet another contentious collision. A moment of confusion unfolded on lap 37, as Verstappen chose to let Hamilton pass on the pit straight, a place he could easily get Hamilton back. Hamilton, recognizing that, also slowed down behind the Dutchman, but not fast enough.
Both are giving it absolutely everything. I get the feeling it's going to happen again.
Oh, they've touched and they've collided. Max Verstappen and Lewis Hamilton.
What the
How
fuck?
much damage?
That's
Hamilton.
weird. It looked like Max wanted him to hit him because he slowed down. And Lewis is like, I bet I'm going to pass you. And he tries to pass him and kind of clips him from what I see. I don't know if I'm looking at it right, but this is what I'm seeing with my eyes.
Recognizing
look,
that,
he's clearly slowing down.
also
He's
slowed
clearly
down
slowing down.
behind the Dutchman.
Clearly, he's clearly
But
slowing down.
not fast enough.
Both are giving it absolutely everything. I get the feeling it's going to happen again.
Oh, they've touched and they've collided.
That's
Max
bullshit.
Verstappen and
That's
Lewis
bullshit.
Hamilton. How much
That's
damage
bullshit.
on
That's
Hamilton's
straight bullshit.
Mercedes? What has happened there?
The two title contenders had once again collided. Neither trusted the other, and neither was willing to give an inch to the other. It was hard racing. It was brutal racing. The stewards later pinned the blame on Verstappen. I'll let you debate
I think
that in
so,
the
too.
comments. These two are now
that's on
heading
me.
into the twilight.
I may
of the
seem like I'm on Lewis' side a lot, but on me, the two that we've judged, it looked like it was Max's fault. I didn't judge the first one. The first one looked like it was Lewis' fault. I'm not gonna lie. When he hit him and he flew off the road, it looked like it was Lewis' fault. So it's 2-1 still for Max, though.
season, and yet they were still very much setting the world alight. Despite every up, every down in the season, Lewis and Max stood atop the summit, staring each other down on level ground. 369.5 points each. These two had given it their all. Bahrain, Imola, Paul Ricard, Silverstone, Monza, Jeddah. Their hatred was very real. Both of them had nearly killed the other. They knew they were pushing each other to the limit, almost to their most primal, feral racing instincts. And now, these two racing titans would take each other on as equals for the last round of the season. As the sun dipped below the horizon in Abu Dhabi, the stage was set for a Formula One finale unlike any other. Verstappen, poised on pole position, wanted to finally cement his position at the top of the food chain, while Hamilton, starting P2, was determined to put this upstart challenger in his place and finally become the most decorated Formula One champion of all time. The world held its breath as the lights went out.
Lights out, away we go.
But Verstappen's lead faltered on the first corner, giving Hamilton an early advantage. The race's narrative took a riveting twist, as Verstappen executed a daring move that pushed Hamilton wide, yet the latter managed to rejoin the track in the lead, albeit after using a part of the track not sanctioned by the rules. Astonishingly, the stewards chose not to penalise Hamilton. However, amidst the controversies, an interesting chess move of sorts unfolded as Verstappen ventured into the pits.
You don't see this right here? You gonna keep leaving me down bad like this and not subscribe? Come on, please, my brother, please.
A strategic gamble to challenge Hamilton for the championship. With each lap, Verstappen meticulously closed the gap, inching closer to Hamilton's commanding lead, which now exceeded 20 seconds. Yet as the laps rolled on, Hamilton's dominance seemed unconquerable. Verstappen's hopes faded away. At this point, we all believed the race was over. Many believed that even though Max had tried his hardest, there was just no way he could catch up to the Mercedes. But for the 2021 season to deliver such a straightforward finale after the story it had given us, it was unthinkable. But what happened next was unimaginable. In the final stretch, when Hamilton's 8th world title seemed imminent, fate intervened. Nicholas Latifi's crash triggered a safety car, granting Max an unexpected lifeline. With renewed hope, Verstappen hurried into the pit lane for fresh tyres, setting the stage for the most dramatic finale in F1 history.
He's swerving, he's trying to keep him
Hamilton
off.
had stayed out on old tyres, something that would be key later in the race. Max and Red Bull had taken a gamble. The team trusted the driver to deliver, and the driver trusted the team's strategy. The safety car scenario posed a conundrum.
So I'm starting to learn about F1. It's not just about your driving skills, it's also about how good your team is. And really, it really goes on how good your team is, also how good they build a car, which we knew when we watched how much the F1 car cost, how good they build your car, and then how fast they are in the pit stop. This matters a lot.
Should the lapped cars pass the safety car, giving Verstappen a clear path to Hamilton, or maintain their positions, potentially quashing Verstappen's comeback chances? Amidst a clash of team principals, Christian Horner and Toto Wolff, Massey made a pivotal choice. The lapped cars were allowed to overtake, but only the lapped cars between Verstappen and Lewis, setting up a dramatic restart that would either confirm
they wanted it. They wanted it to come down to the last. They wanted it. Oh, okay. So they on that weird shit. They wanted it to come down to the last. I can't blame them because it's good for the sport, but still.
Or usher in a sensational upset. Toto Wolff knew what this meant for Lewis. As the safety car relinquished control, Verstappen, all of his hard work over the season flashing before his eyes, pounced on the moment as time stood still. making an audacious move on the inside of turn 5.
I took a move.
Remarkable
Cut him
twist of
off.
fate, he had recaptured
Lewis,
the
you gotta
lead
get on the
against all hope,
Ah.
against the run of play. Max Verstappen forced his way past the shell-shocked world
trying
champion.
to cut
It
him
was
off.
jubilation for Red Bull. It was absolute denial for Mercedes. Verstappen fended off Hamilton's attempts to reclaim his throne. He had not come this far to give up now. As the checkered flag fell and the night sky was dotted with fireworks, Max Verstappen crossed the line. World champion for the very first time.
They kind of
shit
shitted Lewis. I ain't
against
gonna
all
lie.
odds, against the most
I fuck with Max,
incredible of
but they
rivals.
fuck
He had
Lewis.
achieved what many had failed to do. The finale had, of course, been extremely controversial, with many contentious opinions being thrust into the
Real champions are great, but the procedural rulings were an embarrassing, absolute travesty, and no amount of lame explanation or excuses would ever justify the result. Fake rulings, fake outcome, fake championship, very disrespectful to teams, F1 legacy, and fans worldwide. So you need 2 months to understand that inventing new rules mid-race is not a good practice. That was bullshit. The fact that everybody else got the lap except, like, come on, bro. Like, that's a little weird, bro. To me. The fact that you put it between the 2 people that's fighting, that's tied, is a little weird. You just wanted to come down to the wire. If I'm understanding it right. That's me. That's my thoughts. Let me know what y'all think down below. Was it bullshit or did y'all fuck with it? I don't fuck with it. That's bullshit. I feel like they cheated Lewis, but I like it because it probably pushes the sport forward. They're thinking of that. Get a little controversy in it. Every sport has controversy. NFL's had multiple cheating scandals. NBA has had the Sacramento LA scandal, gambling scandals, baseball steroid scandals. Every big sport has scandals. This is what it is. I mean, we gotta kind of live with it. But is it bullshit? Yes. But is it good for the sport? Yes. There's 2 good yeses. That's how I feel.
spotlight in the aftermath of the race, which I'm sure I'll hear your opinions in the comments. In the end though, there was one thing that everyone had agreed on. Both drivers had deserved this 2021 title.
They both did.
The whole season had been full of hard, frantic racing.
It was a good little
rivalry.
rivalry.
Help but get caught up in its energy. There's just something.
I got caught up in it. It's a 15-minute video, so I was caught up in it like I watched it. So like I was really interested. I ain't gonna lie. It was a good recommendation by y'all. Very good, very good, very good. Recommend some more down below. This was very good. I gotta give y'all A+ for this one.
In Formula 1 can be. And luckily for you, I'm launching a new channel dedicated to creating short 5 to 6 minute recaps of both legendary and current Formula 1 races. Be sure to subscribe so you won't miss out on the first video.
Well, if you like this, recommend some more videos down below. This rivalry was crazy. Let's go see what they say in the comments before we dip. Let's subscribe because I did like this video a lot. Everybody's always talking about the Silverstone and Monza, but let's not forget both. I don't know what he's talking about. I ain't gonna lie. Where's the mention of Checo's brilliant defense on Hamilton and let Max catch up with them? That man played the ultimate team game in his sport. Oh, so Max's teammate also helped so his teammate can win? See, we've seen so many videos where the teammates be competing. That's actually W fucking teammate. W teammate. W teammate. The team trusted the driver to deliver and the driver trusted the team strategy. So it said so well. That's, yeah. We hit again like this, the amount of points Max lost because of Mercedes drivers is crazy. Would have been decided 2 weeks earlier otherwise. Looking back at the entirety of the season, Bottas was a much better wingman. Whereas people only remember Checo's defense and final because of short memories of both. They actually took points off Max. Then, oh, okay. Yeah, he should have. We did see that. He was cutting laps early. He did, and they didn't penalize him for it. So basically, both sides kind of got a sucky suck. And we can end it right there. Both sides kind of got suck. But I ain't gonna lie, for them to let that shit happen, or like where they catch up, it's kind of crazy. I cannot lie. That's my point of view. Let me know y'all's down below in the comment section. I love y'all. Recommend some more videos. It's gonna be some more F1 reactions off to the side and screen. Go check them out. I love y'all, man. I'm out.